Okay, we are going to install a dishwasher, and there's an outlet already in there. We have to remove the old copper water supply line, and we're putting in this new 8-foot flex line. And let's see, we also have a cover plate for that outlet in there. We had to, there's a loop in the hose, and the hose ends here, and then inside the dishwasher is this. So you have to stick this end into here and then put the clamp on it. This here other clamp, that's the clamp that's going to go on the disposal. And this dishwasher here has a check valve in it back here somewhere. And so with that check valve, it kind of makes it so that you don't have to have an air gap at the sink. But you do, when you install this, you want to loop it up higher than the water basin in the sink, and then connect it into this upper knob on the disposal. See, here's the drain for the disposal, and that up there is where the dishwasher hose connects. And it's actually a really good thing to connect the dishwasher to discharge into the disposal, because you get that hot water and detergent going through your disposal regularly. And think of it as like mouthwash for your disposal, because without it, disposals can start to stink after a while. So it's a good thing to run your dishwasher through the disposal. All right, so now we are connecting our electrical. So we had to remove this lower front panel here. You see that? This particular dishwasher just has 2 screws on it. Some dishwashers have an upper piece and a lower piece and 4 screws. This one here is pretty simple. So right now we have our wires are connected up in there. You see the ground has a green screw, and it also has a plate with some tabs that go over the ground wire, and they clamp the wire to the housing and hold it in there nice and tight so that it's a stranded wire and the wires don't spread out on you. It holds everything in good contact. Then you see we have our wires up above. The white goes to the white, black goes to the black, and in this case, what you do is you see on the extension cord here, generally when you plug it in, this is going to be your neutral side here, and this will be your hot side, and the ground will be the bottom. Sometimes you have outlets that are like that. I always have my outlets like this. But anyway, the way you tell the difference at the other end of the cord is the neutral side will have, you see these little, let me get the camera to show me on the screen here again. There we go. Okay, so when you look at this wire here, wiring has some ridges in the wire, or you see the little lines molded into the wire on there, and on the hot side it will be smooth. Okay, so remember, the smooth side is the hot, and the side with a line in it is going to be your neutral. Okay, so that way you know when you get over to the other end of the wire, will be the hot if it's smooth and the neutral if it has a rib. Okay? Just mess with the camera leg here to hold it stable. Okay. So now I'm going to put things back together. And I've got this particular electrical box has a screw with a Torx head on it, so I had to go and find a Torx bit because I could not hold that thing in. I have to. There's a couple of tabs that slip in on the other side here, and I'm not catching it yet. Come on, get in there. It's being stinky with me. Oh, come on, get in the stupid thing, would you? Come on. Okay, so we have these two tabs on here, and I need to get those tabs into these two slots. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, where's the screw? There we go. So the screw is a non-magnetic screw, and so you kind of have to use the Torx bit to get the screw back in because it falls out of any other kind of a... I can't see what I'm doing here. You're going to hit bottom at some point, aren't you? Okay, I guess we have. Okay. So there, our cover plate is on. The wires are all secured. Okay. So let me put my screwdriver back together now. Got all these assorted bits floating around. Okay. All right. Now we need to connect the water supply line. And that is back over here. slide this junk out of the way. And okay, so when you buy a dishwasher connection kit, you get a few different parts with it. So here are the things you get, and let's cut the cord on it. Okay, so this one here, these are adapters for if you have a half-inch fitting, or actually that's like a 7/16, and this one's the half-inch. And so if you need to, you use these to adapt your dishwasher fitting to fit the 3/8" hose. These we're not going to need, but you know what? These are good items to save, keep in your toolbox, because eventually you will need them if you do much plumbing. Okay, so let's get to it here. So up under there is this. Let's go to this side here. Is that blue hose fitting there. And so we have this here adapter. So lose this nut and ferrule and take your 3/8" hose and screw it onto the end of the fitting. Okay, and let's get our little crescent wrench and tighten it up. Okay. Okay, so inside of this is just like a garden hose fitting. So you have a rubber washer in there. Make sure that is depressed down all the way. Make sure it's in there, otherwise you're going to have water all over your floor. All right, so now let's bring the hose in there. Okay. And all we got to do is just hook it up. Okay. Grab your trusty channel lock. We got these stupid DeWalt channel locks that just are a pain in the butt to use. I don't like these at all. All right, and then let's tighten it up. Which way was it going? That way. Okay. So you want to point this thing here. You want to have it work with this pipe. So I guess we're positioned where we're gonna be. Doesn't need to be incredibly tight. Okay, so that's good. Now let us get rid of the old copper pipe that's in here. Not going to need that anymore. Oh, that's handy. It's right in a very nice, easy reach place. Okay, so just remember, all this jiggling of the camera is for you. Alright, so that is off, and it's going to leak some water because we're breaking a vacuum here. Okay. Yeah, it's probably going to pour water all over the floor in the dishwasher compartment. So we will not need the washer and ferrule anymore because we're going to a flexible hose. Yep, and you can hear all that water pouring out onto my nice wood floor. I think. No, maybe not. Yeah, I hear something. Okay, let me get this out of here. There you go. We are done with that. Okay, so we're going to start putting our hoses in through the slot down here. And if you look way back in there, I've got a 1.5-inch hole right there, and what I did for that is I used a 1.5-inch drain connection, black ABS drain connection, and so the pipe comes through. Let me show you what it is just a minute. Okay, so this is actually what it is that we used, and it's just a drain. This is the connection for where your white pipe goes into the ABS. So we drilled a 1.5-inch hole here, and you can see that it has that rib on it that will stop, and the packing nut that we just tighten all the way down. Okay, and that holds it in there securely, and that way we have our metal cabinet, but the metal edges are now protected away, and we have the plastic, which is not going to cut or damage pipes over time with the vibration that happens. Okay, let's go back upstairs and get these things all wrapped up. So we're just about done. Need this, need that. Okay, so let me turn the dishwasher a little bit so I can get my butt in here, and we are going to put a cover plate on the outlet. So I installed that outlet back in about 1986, and the practice at the time was to have a piece of Romex coming out the wall inside of some flexible conduit attaching to the dishwasher, and people were starting to put in an outlet and an extension cord or appliance cord off of the dishwasher to plug in. Now the common practice that I use anyway is Okay, so we have a new metal cover plate, and it has a Phillips head on it, the screw.
I run the cord through that hole in the cabinet there to under the sink and have the dishwasher plug under the sink. And the reason is that if you need to unplug the dishwasher for some reason, you can easily get to it under the sink.
Okay, got our cover plate is on there. Again, you can see that pipe fitting that we're using. Okay, so now let me route the pipes down there. Shove this on through. Come on now. Now, shove the water line through again. Okay, untangle it in here. Okay, and last but not least, let's grab the power cord and we can plug this in. Okay, there. Now we can slide the dishwasher into position. Make sure our fiberglass insulation is on it, and let's slide it in place. So I can tell I'm going to have to drop the height of this down. Okay. Okay. So there you go. I'm going to slide my cell phone camera in under the dishwasher using a selfie stick. So kind of pardon sliding it along here, and I'm going to stick it all the way back there and hopefully try to turn the camera a little bit and see what the issue that is keeping the dishwasher from sliding in all the way is.
And so we're just kind of peeking around. Do you see it yet? Okay, well, here comes a zoomed in image to help you. Here you can see the problem is there is a piece of the dishwasher that is hitting the top of the outlet, so I'm going to trim that out of there in just a minute. Alright, so as luck would have it, that outlet box and this piece of plastic are interfering with each other. So I've taken a look at the plastic, and it really does not serve any purpose other than to back up against the wall. So instead of spending an hour messing around with moving the outlet, I'm just going to take tin snips and cut this up a half an inch, and that will give me the room I need in a fraction of the time. And as I say, this thing serves no purpose, so away with it. And there we go. We can now install the dishwasher with just a couple of minutes of time. Okay. Okay. Everything shoved back in place.
So we hooked the pipe up, he had the right fitting. It was hard getting on there.
Yeah.
We fired up his whole system and it all worked good. One pipe popped off though, because Ryan forgot to glue it. Shut the water off. Glued it up.
So, with long-standing tradition, Ryan Okay, and so there you have it. We have the dishwasher is in place. All we had to do is cut this one piece off the back. It does nothing important. And so now we have to install the handle and the clips. It has side mounting clips because we have a granite countertop. Okay, but Mitch has teriyaki, which is an override. Okay, so we are going to do a side mount on this dishwasher, and we do a side mount because it's a granite top, and they do have a metal bar for top mounting, but we do not have that. And that metal bar is actually pretty good, but it may not even work for us in this situation though, because you can see how tight our tolerance is. So anyway, here is what we do. We have these here side brackets, and they go in like that, and then you twist this other end over. Get a
little more room here. Okay, so you twist this end over here. I need two hands, I can't do this. Okay. So you hold this in, wait, yeah. And you got to get on this tab here and bend it over. And that locks it in place, all right? And then you're going to, now normally you would do this first, but you get a plier on here and you snap off the extra length on the tab because you don't need it. Okay, and it's got a cut on it, so we'll be all right. Okay, now we need to do the other side. So this time I'm going to break the tab first, and then we will install it. Okay. There's that. Now, you see how it has these scored lines in it, and those are to facilitate breaking on the line. All right, let's go over and do this side now. So there's the slot there, and there's the hole. We're going to have to drill our own hole. Okay. So let's put it on in there. And then we break our tab. Or not break, but bend the tab to lock it in place. Okay. Now there is something I do not like about this, and that is that we have to drill a hole large enough to screw into the side, and well, I guess it is sealed up, so all right, let me grab a handy drill bit here. So we're going to drill a potted hole through, and then we'll drill a larger hole for the actual screw. Okay, so we're going to use the mount bracket as a guide point. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to drill a 3/8 inch hole through there, and we'll probably have to hog it out a little bit because the head of the screw is not quite that big. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's good. So let me grab my utility knife and we'll just clean up some of the shave around these screw holes.
we are going to drill an 1/8 inch hole and we're going to screw in a 3/4 inch number 10 Torx drive screw. Then I'm going to do this side now. And same thing here, pilot hole. And another screw. Not quite all the way in. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we have the side mount in, and we're just going to replace these clips so that we could get the stuff out of the drawer. Okay. Here when it's in. Okay, there we go. There it's got to give it a good push. Okay, there. Okay, so we got that. It's pretty much all set to go. All we have to do now is connect the water and the drain. Okay. sharp. Alright, now I'm happy with it. That will work for now. Okay. Get the vice grip on the clamp again. The clamp is now safe to handle because it's on the pipe and it can't spring off into your face. And there you go. Okay, the last thing is the water line. And let's roll that out over here. Okay, here we go. And now tighten it up. Okay, and that completes our dishwasher installation. Let me vacuum out the stuff in here, and then we'll run it. Okay, and you want to keep an eye on things under here. That's where the water connection is. So it's actually very quiet. I like that. Okay, so there you see where our hoses come in through the side of the cabinet back here, and they route up here and into the disposal. And over there, far left, is the water line, hot water to the dishwasher, and there's what it looks like. So I added this piece here because the cabinet here is shallow. It's like 23 inches. So with that piece it's 24. And this one over here is about 24 and a half. So they're kind of odd-sized cabinets. But anyway, putting this 1-inch piece of wood here, that works out really well. It's kind of the same thing as putting this 1-inch strip here next to the stove that closed in the side of the stove instead of having a big gap there. But the stove looks really nice. It's looking sharp.
Here's a picture from later in the day with the stove, microwave, and refrigerator in place. And here's a wider angle picture that shows the sink, the new Kohler faucet, and the dishwasher installed. Still waiting on hinges for the cabinet doors. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, questions, and most of all, subscribe. See you on the next video.